Frank Gehry and Klaus Oldenburg were once together in a lecture, and they said they had come up with what was the determining factor between sculpture and architecture, and Frank Gehry said it was windows. The top of the first cut will match the circumference of the bottom of the second cut, and so on and so on and so on, all the way up to the top. This piece was when I first fell in love with the bandsaw. I liked the idea it was flat, and then it gained all this volume. Kind of reminds me of the Dick Tracy, the guy with the grin.
A slight Magritte thing going on there too.
Right. Lips.
Yeah.
That's it. Every morning I get up, and the first thing you do is you make a cup of coffee, and you're sitting at the table, and your vision is still like you're barely awake, and you're having your coffee, and sitting right in front of you is a container of milk. And I kept looking at the word milk, and it has a funny sound, milk. You know, just that the phonics of it's curious. And 4 letters, and very simple. And then it became, you know, the philosophical getting up in the morning and back when you were a kid and everything. And I kept looking at that carton and saying, that's kind of a cool architectural shape, particularly with the carton open. So I started thinking about actually making a framed carton of milk. And then I said, well, maybe the windows, or the letters, would then, to keep it in context, would be as windows on the 4 sides of this framed container of milk. And the windows are, then that led me into making the windows, and that's about as far as I've gotten. You know,
So those are actually the forms that you adapted for the sculptures.
right, I drew them up on a CAD program from working with molding.
Yeah. And the perforation, though, is very sculptural. You wouldn't do that when you're in a molding context.
Right.
So they begin to look almost like a, well, you want to anthropomorphize everything. I want to anthropomorphize a few things, I guess, in life.
Well, it's a chubby guy and his wife.
Yeah.